Alright. So, welcome to this attempt, possibly poor man's attempt, of a guide for the 100% category for Link's Face of Evil. I'm Grumpmeister. I run the complete unheld Triforce. I'm running Face of Evil 100%, Want of Camelon 100%, and I run the any percent of Stealth Adventure. Besides that, I'm still playing a few other games, but yeah, those are the best games basically. As I said, like, this will be a 100% guide. I will try to point out a few things for the any percent route, or if you want to do it, cutscene percent route. But I'm not going to detail these routes in this, especially because you will miss out on quite a few things. So yeah, if you're watching this, at the moment it's Christmas morning, or it's afternoon here actually. I wanted to do it in the morning. And yeah, if you are here, like, there's only a few reasons why you can be here. Like, either you just stumbled onto the video, so that it's so welcome. It's very much possible that you woke up, you went to the Christmas tree, and yeah, you saw some presents. One of the presents was a CDI with Face of Evil. Incredibly unlikely, but I mean, I'm not going to judge. Or you are like me, you actually like this game, and you want to try to speedrun this, or just generally try to play through it. But the most likely reason why you're here is that either you lost a bet, you set a follower goal, or you set a sub goal, or you were called out at GDQ, and yeah, here you are. So yeah, poor souls. The last reason is you may enjoy a good meme, so... Anyway, before we get started, I'll explain to you in general the controls and the controller that I'm using. I'm using this controller. It's I hope it's visible on the screen actually. Hey Botmeester, enjoy the guide attempt. I'm using the controller that looks most like the one you'd expect from the Sega Genesis or the Sega Mega Drive. It has D-pad, 3 buttons, and a turbo-like switch, a speed switch. Doesn't really seem to do much. Basically, you have button 1, button 2, and you have button 1 plus 2. So not button 3. 1 plus 2 is still 3, but it just combines the button presses of 1 and 2. It is not needed in this game. I am hoping, just try to show it a bit closer. There we go. I hope it's now visible. There's another controller that's also good to use, and that's a Super Nintendo style controller. It basically has 4 buttons, but also that's 1, 2, 2, and 1 plus 2. Something like that. I don't have the controller sadly, so can't show that up. There are a few controllers that you have to avoid like the plague. One of them is this thing. It's yeah, a remote, basically. Don't use it. You can if you want. I mean, I'm not judging you, but preferably not. And don't use this thing, this beautiful, beautiful controller. I am actually still going to do a run through Face of Evil using this roller controller. But at the moment, infrared diodes within the controller are dead, so it doesn't record the tracking. Alright, so let me see. I actually made some notes of what I want to explain and what I want to talk about. So I have my mouse next to me. I have a festive idiot on the other side of me, so that should be good. He seems tired. Okay, so before I'll actually explain myself, I'll just go over the help menu and let Link do the explaining for me while I'll just drink a little bit. So enjoy!
Hey, wanna fight the forces of evil in Korodai? Check it out, it's easy. You got this map, see? Just move the Triforce to where you want to go.
The best thing is that I...
Then, click button 1, and flash! I'm there!
I'm playing this on the save that has everything unlocked, so you see every level.
Use the controller to move me left or right. Move it up, and I jump or climb. Up and over makes me leap. Press button 1 to slash with the sword. When you get the power sword, button 1 makes it shoot. Move the controller down, and I crouch. When I'm crouching, you can make me do the duck walk. Cool, huh? To enter a door, move in front of it like this. Now, press button 2. Luckily, I brought my smart sword. It won't hurt anyone friendly. In fact, it makes them talk.
Lamp oil, rope, bombs. You want it? It's yours, my friend, as long as you have enough rubies.
To buy something from the merchant shop, just strike it with the sword. The sword also picks up tools and rubies. Good thing I have my magic pouch. I can carry everything. To open the magic pouch, make me crouch down, then press button 2. Don't forget, I can only open the pouch when I'm crouching. Choose a tool by moving the highlight and pressing a button. Once I'm back, use the tool by pressing button 2. Remember, tools can only be used when I'm standing up. And you'll find that some tools need rubies before they'll work. Be sure to look for the special Triforce map in each area you conquer. Strike the maps to open new areas and continue your quest in Korodai. Hey, let's go find Zelda.
Alright, so he did a pretty decent explanation of all of this. I do hope he didn't use any of my items or rubies. It doesn't really matter anyway. Right, so just to go over a few of these things, like Link basically explained themselves how to walk around. So you're using the D-pad to walk around, leaping, the jumping and holding in the direction, so up and right or up and left. It will actually be the faster movement unless you're at a roof, and hitting that roof will actually slow you down, so use it wisely in that case. Other than that, let's see, I think everything he went through it quite well. As you noticed, when he opened up the map, he also has all he already showed all of the inventories, because the save has everything. I'll first show around the map a little bit. I mean, during the help sections a lot was shown already. The save I made earlier today, just to get something that has everything unlocked. So we basically have 3 routes within the game. You're starting off with Nortinka, you have Goronu, and you'll have Crater Cove. Those are your 3 starting levels. Every level has its own sequence of unlocks, and yeah, to finish up a certain level you need possibly an item from a different level. Let's start off here with Nortinka, just to explain what you will unlock. To unlock the next level in the sequence of Nortinka, you do need Firestones. We'll get to that later on in the guide. And once you're through that, you'll move all the way to the bottom here to Toiku Lighthouse. From Toiku Lighthouse you will unlock Firestone Lake. Firestone Lake will unlock Shipwreck Cliff, and Shipwreck Cliff will unlock it will unlock Lupe. Lupe will then unlock Hermit Flat. That's the longest one of the routes. We're currently at Goronu. I'll just do that one first. Goronu is the first phase of evil that you'll actually encounter. Goronu will unlock Harlequin Bazaar here, the second phase of evil. That will unlock Militron, well, again a Face of Evil, and from Militron you'll end up at Crater Cove. That route is basically only Face of Evil, and it will have a boss fight. Well, as much as you can call them boss fights in this game. Then we have one more route to follow, which is the Crater Cove one. Crater Cove will unlock Sparefish Falls. With Sparefish Falls you basically work yourself up and you end up at Seragon Caves. Seragon Caves will then unlock Fortress Centrum, and Fortress Centrum will unlock Ganon's Lair. So that's basically what you'll be working through in 100%. If you are planning to any percent, you'll only enter Northinca once, you will not finish it, and you'll never touch that route. So that's the longest route in the game, you will not touch it, because yeah, you'll get, in Northinca itself you won't get anything, but in Toiku Lighthouse you will get the lantern, you will not have that in any percent. Firestone Lake will give you the grapple berries mostly, and the fire diamond. You don't need those at all. The grapple berries are used in Sparefish Falls to get the power glove, and the fire diamond is used in Shipwreck Cliff, sorry, to get the tempered sword upgrade. Yeah, as I said, Shipwreck Cliff will also, yeah, besides the power sword to tempered blade, tempered sword, it will also give you the last of the life hearts, the 6th life heart. And from there, Lupe will give you the Crystal of Vision or something it was called. And then in Hermit Flats you'll get the final lantern upgrade. So you don't have any of that in any percent, and that makes any percent, in my opinion, the more difficult route to run. And 100% you'll actually see what you're doing. Basically, you'll have all the safety, all the items you'll need to complete it. I'll just enter Garonu for the time being, because I want to show the inventory. And this is what you would preferably have when you are about to finish the game in 100%. Preferably you would have a full inventory. Like, it can be that you missed out on the snowball. I'll actually toss a snowball later on, just to see or show you what will happen if you do that. As you can see, moving through the menu is not the fastest thing to do. So you want to have things positioned in a way that you can access them easily, and by having a full inventory you actually have that. Especially when you want to do Ganon's Lair, you for instance need the bomb once, you need the rope, you need the bell, you need the lantern. Everything is positioned up here. In the worst case you need the canteen, which is likely at position, likely last item you used would have been the bell or the lantern of vision. So it's only a few hits down and you're there. Other than that, like, this is the most important bit. I'll actually show you what happens if I toss away one snowball here. Just to mention, by the way, in 100%, it's the idea is to have all the item upgrades and life upgrades. If you don't have a snowball when finishing off Ganon, it's not a big deal because you needed the snowballs anyway during the run. The only time I kind of want to have a consumable item in the inventory is in Want of Gamelon, where you get a bread, and the bread will lure all the Arpagos, the flying enemies, there. And after using that once, it's gone. So I prefer, you don't need it at all, so it's more of a validation bread in that case. But as Want of Gamelon, it's not related to this. If in this case you don't have the snowballs, you don't have enough firestones, or you run out of bombs because you used the last bomb or the last rope, going up to Ganon, no big deal. It's just that you need the power glove, you need the canteen, it doesn't matter if it's filled or not. You need the Book of Korodai, winged helmet, lantern of vision, the bell, and on the right you'll see the tempered sword, so the sword with 3 crystals around it. It means that you can always fire the beam from the sword basically, and the reflective shield. Those are the items you actually need to finish the run, and of course 6 life hearts. Anyway, I'll toss this one and I'll show you what happens. As you can see, the items that you get move from first move to the bottom and then they fill the second row. So at this moment, because in Ganon's Day you'll likely be switching between Lantern and Vision and the bell a bit, to get to the bell you have to basically go the maximum route within the menu. It is still possible, but every time you have to menu there, it's losing a bit of time. It's honestly not worth it, and you'll be in a position where you can still pick up a snowball, for instance. Firestones will be a bit more difficult, and often you'll have enough bombs or ropes to finish off the game. So that should be no issue. Anyway, this is an explanation from the full inventory. I do hope that I mentioned everything that I wanted to mention. As Link already said, the moment you're in front of the door, you can use the second middle button, to enter the door. That's also the case if you're crouching in front of the door. So if you're in front of the door and you want to open up your inventory and you press 2, you'll go back to the previous screen or the next screen. So always make sure you move away from the door when you want to use it. Alright, let's leave this level. In the worst case, I do still have this saved in the save game, so for the time being, I'll just start up a new game and let the cutscene run, because yeah, cutscenes are fun. That's what you would play the game for, honestly.
Gee, it sure is boring around here.
My boy, this piece is what all true warriors strive for.
I just wonder what Ganon's up to.
Your Majesty, Ganon and his minions have seized the island of Korodai.
How can we help?
It is written, only Link can defeat Ganon.
Great, I'll grab my stuff.
There is no time. Your sword is enough.
How about a kiss for luck?
You've got to be kidding.
Squadala, we are off.
Wow, what are all those heads?
These are the faces of evil. You must conquer each.
I guess I better get going.
Here is the map. Where do you wish to go?
Alright, on to the actual guide part of this guide. At the moment, as you can see, like none of the levels are unlocked except for Goronu, Crater Cove and Nortenka. I'm just going to go into Nortenka and just generally explain what I'm doing at the moment. We'll take it from there. Basically, what you want to do at the start is just move to the left. From this point onwards, you can start jumping. As you can see right here, up is a door. That door is currently locked, and we'll get the key for that in our first run through Nortenka. In case you're going to do the any percent route, you will not get that key. So let's just continue on a bit. So we jump to make things fast, hit the Gorilla, hit these Moblin Spear Throwers, and grab the snowballs. The snowballs are needed to defeat an enemy in Crater Cove, otherwise you can't complete Crater Cove, and Crater Cove will be the supplier of the Firestones, which you'll need in Nortenka. So at the start, you can only really complete... you can't complete anything, basically. You need Firestones for Nortenka, you need Snowballs for Crater Cove, and you need Firestones for Goronu. You can't complete anything without just going into a level first and playing through a little bit and then leaving that level. You can't finish it. Anyway, I'm standing here in front of an igloo. It's the middle one. That igloo will actually jump over in a moment. That is used for any percent. Any percent will stay in this level a lot shorter than 100%. They'll go in here, kill all the moblins inside, except for the last one, and use the last one to die and let continuous walk out and be out of this level. That's the only thing they will do within this route. As you can see, there's a gorilla moving on top, moving around. That one is you can generally use as a kind of guide how quickly your initial part has been going. So we jump up here, We ignore the moblin on the right. Kill the moblin here. You're taking, you take a bit of damage here. It doesn't really matter. You'd rush through a little bit faster than now, of course. At the moment, I'm at 1 heart. Best thing is to be at half a heart when entering this broken igloo. In this igloo, there's a key that you want to get, and after getting the key and grabbing the last few snowballs, you want to take a death. So the lower on health you are, the faster you can take the death. Being at 1 health is just fine because you can take it a bit less bit safe here. Grab, take the death, and we're done. We have the amount of snowballs we need for now. Just letting the continue screen walk out kicks you out of level. You keep all the items that you've gotten. Let's see, I did explain everything I wanted here. Alright, so we're going to Crater Cove now. And I'm going through the initial part quite quickly because we start, as you can see, Crater Cove has an active volcano. We're starting on top of the volcano. So, or on top, at the volcano. We'll move to the left, jump up a few times, and we'll end up at a little hut. From that hut we'll jump to the left again and kill the Dyra that's there. I'll just do that part real quick because that's just the part where you will lose some health. Because, yeah, the volcano will do damage. So move to the left, take 2 hits from the volcano, jump, either end up here at, oh wow, or here. If you end up more to the left, you can actually, as you can see, you can actually jump on top of the hut instead of using the ladder a bit to the right. That hut actually contains, let's see if she didn't have a name, it's a fish lady. That hut is currently locked. If you do want to do cutscene percent, you need a key for it. Enter the hut to display, show the cutscene. The cutscene is basically telling you what happened with the door you see on the left. The door on the left is also locked, and the fish lady that's in the hut actually hit the key. I'll move a bit to the left, see if we can do it without spawning, yeah, the gomas. On the skull you see on the leftmost side right now, that one contains the key. So the fish lady is like, I latched or I locked the door with the key and hit it in the skull, and none of the Dyras has been smart enough to figure it out. I mean, yeah, who would expect a key to be in the skull? So that's the unlocking of the hut is not necessary to spawn the key there. We'll just go there later on and grab the key. So next up will be gomas. Gomas are insta-kill when you use a bomb or a power glove or something like that. We don't have any of that yet, so we're just going to hit it with the sword. It's about 10 times, I think. We will kill all the gomas here because they drop rubies. That's something I didn't touch on actually. The currency in Face of Evil 1 for Camelon is kind of weird in the sense that the green rubies actually are worth 5, red rubies are worth 1, and the blue rubies are worth 10. So getting 5 rubies here is actually quite nice because we'll need to do a shopping trip at one point. And I want to have about 105 rubies available. So last of the gomas, just button bash, no big deal. Let's see if I need to do more for this. Yeah, we'll just enter this hut, it's not locked. Kill the Dyra that spawns at the door, stand in the door, press the button. I'll do something quickly now. Take 1 step to the left, jump a few times, enter this, and hit.
Biggest crab I ever caught.
It's a goma!
You're pretty good. Here.
Thanks!
You have to be quick with this when doing this in the run because yeah, as you can see, he's moving a lot more to the right, and he's actually close to the ladder now, so you can jump off the ladder and hit. I actually forgotten his name, sorry, and I didn't write it down. You can hit the fisherman. If you do want to do cutscene percent, again, don't do this because you have to stab him again for a different kind of cutscene. Yeah, you see the Goma on top. It's fake, basically. He caught it. It's dead. You can't damage it. You can't do anything with it. So yeah, we just got the power sword by just telling him, yeah, it's a Goma. And the power sword, as Link explained, can fire these beams. It's nice to have this as early as possible in the run. But because we have to do Nortinka twice anyway, it's best to go to Nortinka first. Yeah, having this power sword will fire beams until you take damage. Like, if you are not at full health, you cannot fire beams anymore. Until you have the tempered sword, then you can just fire away. Let's leave this little hut. So, as you can see, there's a key on the left side. You can actually just pretty easily jump there, there's no problem. But that key is used to unlock the fish lady's hut. For now, we'll just jump once, turn left, kill the Dyra that spawns again, fall down here, and as you can see, the Dyra will now, hopefully, throw his hatchet, jump down. Okay, that last Dyra didn't take a hit yet. I'm just hoping. If you do that immediately after leaving the hut, so you jump, move to the right, kill the Dyra that spawns, move to the bottom, move a bit to the side or left side already, then the Dyra that's on the bottom side will actually throw the hatchet at you but miss. You can fall down immediately, turn around, fire the power sword twice, and you will kill both of them. And yeah, then you can just walk over. Be careful not to fall here, it's actually possible. Okay, so now we are going towards the skull. I'm just standing here because there's a Dyra furthermore to the right. It will start firing at us, and we don't really want that for now. So the key is inside the skull, and we just have to hit the skull once. The key will spawn. You can stab the key, grab, and that grabs the key, and then we can enter the door immediately. Before we do so, there I'll just explain what's inside the cave. Inside the cave there's fire Dyras. They are basically Dyra but red colored, and the only thing that can kill them is a snowball. And this is exactly why we need a snowball from Nortinka to complete this level. I will just go through the cave and try to explain as much as I can while walking there, and if I missed anything I'll likely just add that at the end. You can enter the door before the hatchet of the Dyra actually hits you, so we'll do that. As we currently only have snowballs, the first selected item that is used with the 2 button is the snowball. As you can see, the Dyra at the back will throw one of those axes or hatchets at you. We're basically just moving through this cave. It's quite laggy actually, and as we go, we kill the Dyras that are directly in front of us, grab the firestones for it, because we'll need them later on in the run. We're not going to specifically farm for them. Okay, so here's the more dangerous part. I'll see if I can stand here for a moment. Yeah. Okay, so there's 2 Dyras on the right. There's actually in total 4. You kill those. But the dangerous part is actually falling into the lava here. Because if you jump, or just leap forward or whatnot, and you use slash on item, it will slow you down. So if you do that, there's actually a chance that you will fall in the lava, even though the jumps don't seem that hard. But you're still, just keep in mind you're dealing with CGI hitboxes here, so with that in the back of that, I'll just finish this little bit up and hopefully not fall, because that will be pretty bad. So kill this, grab, I'll just kill. I died, great. I'll see if I can get through this without see, how many snowballs do I have? Actually, 3. Okay. Okay, it's exactly what I meant. Like, it is... Normally when you do it during a run, it's not so bad. It's pretty much... Ah, no. Spawns on top of me. Don't do that. Okay. I'm just going to grab some more snowballs to explain this. If you do this during a normal run, it's generally a fluid motion, but standing there and explaining it is kinda annoying. It's a shame that it happened though. But we'll do some easy snowball farming right quick. Let's see, is it... Yeah, let's just do that. It's fine. So yeah, having that happen is quite bad. I think I actually had that happen during my BSG annual run, but I did manage to get through the cave once more, just using the snowballs a bit optimal to actually get through it. I'll just enter this igloo. You'll actually get to see it now anyway. You're lucky. So there's 5 moblins right here. And when you jump up, the 2 spawn at the bottom. We'll kill these, move through, and this one is the one that will kill you, because he has a small knockback and then easily kill you within a few hits. Okay, we now have snowballs, so we'll just go back into the cave. And I'll actually do our attempt a fluid run at it, just to get through it real quick. I was intentionally not jumping there, because otherwise I would end up at the top again. Alright, 2 hearts. Jump a few times, kill the fire Dairas. Watch that hatchet. You can easily jump over it. Just from here on, keep jumping. When you're on the top floor, basically, don't jump because you're actually at the roof. I can show it real quick. See, it just slows you down. I will have a few snowballs less than normal, so just going to go for it. I hope I have enough. I can just sit here. Okay, running completely out. Oh, okay. Let's just leave before we die. We don't want to lose any more time on this for now. Like, it's just normally a smooth motion. If you have the, if you did the initial part of Mantenka, you have enough snowballs to finish this, and you have, I think, give or take 2 left over. Anyway, we just unlocked Spearfish Falls, but we're not going there. For Spearfish Falls, we actually need the bombs to progress, and we really could use the grapple berries because at the end of Spearfish Falls you can hand in the grapple berries for the power glove, and if you in the 100% route, like, you do need the power glove, but preferably you only run through Spearfish Falls just once. If you do want to do cutscene percent, you'll have to do it once beforehand to show the full cutscene of the Crone. I'll get to that later on. Anyway, we'll enter Nantinka and we'll head into the first igloo straight away. As I do that, yeah, I'll just explain further inside. So we take a step to the left, jump, kill the spare thrower, just for snowball in this case. It's normally not necessary, but we enter the room, immediately use the power sword to kill Gorilla before he can start throwing boomerangs at you. And starting this step that I'm currently on, they are pretty much safe to start jumping. In our case, we do have Firestone selected. Just wanted to make sure. In a normal case, when you don't mess up Crater Cove like I just did, you still have Snowball selected. So this is the best moment to select the Firestones and jump down, and you'll end up at the door. This right here is Hamsha. She is frozen, as she will now tell you.
Help! Ganon froze the fountain. I'm stuck.
You can actually use a firestone on her to thaw her out a bit. She'll in exchange give you some water of life. If you have the canteen, this will refill your canteen as well, and it will refill your hearts. I won't do it now, but okay. I'm going to go up this route. It will show you why we need firestones. At the start, there's a total of 4 abominums. Those are like the rock-throwing monkeys. I will try to kill the first set of 2 with 1 firestone and the second set of 2 with 1 firestone. This basically to manage the inventory a little bit better. It's not difficult to do anyway. As I say that, watch me fail that. I'm just going to move up. During this ascent on the mountain, you do have to watch out for icicles. The icicles do half a heart of damage per time that they hit you, and like they often fall in sets of 3, like in the direction that you're walking. So if you get hit once, there's a good chance you will get hit by the other 2 as well. Let's not do that though. Let's go. We enter the door, take a quick step to the left, turn to the left, jump up and throw the firestones. As you can see, the first firestone will hit the abominum. And we do the same here. It just makes it so that you don't need as many firestones as normal. You can see the icicles falling there. We're just going to be a little bit careful there. And from this point onward, we're safe from firestones, from icicles. So we are basically through the most annoying part. There's one abominable on the ledge above us, there's one above that, and there's one last at the top. If you do need snowballs, you can grab this one. I'll actually take it because we are not great on snowballs. There's an invisible abominum at the start, as you can see. Like, if it doesn't spawn, it can still throw things at you. It's there, but it just didn't render yet. Same for the one that's currently above me. It just didn't render yet. Like, if I move to the left, see? You see the stones being thrown, but yeah. So he's sitting there, chilling. And he's dead. Alright, this is Ipo's hut. Ipo is the reader. And she will basically tell you of the existence of the Book of Korodai and that there's a secret in there. We only need to know, we only need the Book of Korodai. The secret is that you can just smack up Ganon with the Book of Korodai and be done with it. You see the exit symbol there. You can just, or jump to the bottom here and then do a little jump and hit it. What I'm currently trying still to make happen is like jump, take this last step, move to the right, and then stab it. At this point, you're at the correct height for it, so yeah, stab. That is a bit quicker, but it's still something that I'm trying to work on. That unlocks Toiku Lighthouse for us. I'll explain what I'll be doing right now. I'll show you the safer route for this. That means that there's an avalanche cycle happening within this level, and we'll go after the second. We'll jump over a gap after the second avalanche. It is actually quite possible to do it in the first cycle, but there's a bigger chance of taking damage, and I'm not that consistent at it yet. At one cycling it at least. A lot of this stuff is execution, like that's simply the case with Face of Evil. Like, don't be intimidated by doing the speedrun. It's actually pretty easy speedrun to do because a lot of it is simply execution, knowing when to jump, knowing what to do, knowing what enemies can spawn. Like sometimes they just don't spawn because CDI logic. So don't be intimidated by any of that. When I enter, I'll immediately fire the power sword because there's a hatchet thrower, Daira, on the right side of the screen. shooting the fire sword, power sword straight away will make it so that he can't throw his hatchet, and you're pretty safe. Otherwise, he will throw it, and yeah, you really don't want that actually. And then I'll turn around and kill the Arpagos that's flying at me. And from then on, it's just basically moving forward, killing the Arpagos as I go for now. Awaiting the avalanche, and the next interesting part will be when we're at the ladder. But let's just enter and go from there. So I'm just bashing the one button now. There we go. We fired. We ignore the red ruby. Not that valuable. We just kill the Arpagos so that we don't take too much damage. You saw the avalanche already. This is the second cycle of the avalanche. We just jump over. Fire one here, because there's one on the right that will spawn. If you're at the ladder, one on the left will spawn. And here is the interesting part. We sit on the ladder, hatchet will be thrown at the height of the ladder, and you're pretty much safe. From here we just keep on jumping, kill the die right here, grab the 5 rubies, and enter the this hut. From here we will just do the dog walk. Doing dog walk here is really safe. At most you will take one hit by one of the small Arpagos, but and on the right here you see Alora. Alora will be asking whether you're actually scared of dragons, and basically she's asking you to kill Gleeok. Gleeok is a dragon enemy that's inside in the Spearfish Falls. It's a optional boss like thingy. It doesn't have cutscene or anything, but to get the canteen you have to kill Gleeok, grab the necklace, and then hand it in to Alora here. I won't do the cutscene about that. We don't really need to know about the existence of that quest. We just need to know that Alora is there. If we run into Gleeok, grab the necklace and hand it in. In case of any percent, yeah, you don't even get to this level. No worries there. Let's see. Here we just go through the area. If I take damage, you can take it a little bit safe. The thing is, you want to get towards the lighthouse part of this. It's just going over the bridge. It doesn't matter too much if you fall there, because you can move from the bottom side as well. The only thing that you want to do is that the Dairas here drop 5 rubies each, and you want those rubies. So that's going to be the focus. Okay, I already took damage because I did the pulsing thingy. So, grab 5 rubies. You can jump here. Get on the bridge. The Arpagos spawns there. I'm just killing them as I go, because eventually you would get swamped, so I just want to be a little bit careful. See, if you hit there, I would have normally made that jump, but if you do a hit... Alright, and we're in the lighthouse, and we got the 5 rubies at the end. Move here, just take that hit. We just clear out the lighthouse. Half a heart of, it's a bit risky, but yeah. Move, okay, I died. I did miss out on 5 rubies now, which is not great, but it doesn't really matter. Kill the Daira there. Move further up, jump to the right, kill them, and then we're at Horgum, which is the lighthouse keeper.
It's mighty dark with all the evil about. Keep this lantern full, it'll light your way.
Thanks!
So yeah, we just got the lantern, and the lantern lights up dark rooms if you have lamp oil. Lamp oil you can buy at the store. Yeah. If you want to do cutscene percent, most of the times, like these kind of NPCs have a second cutscene, I'll just stab him.
Not many left, Link. There's Drulik round the side of Glutgo.
So, in this case, he just mentioned that there's not many Corridians left, and Drulik is another NPC that's on in Gladco. Well, we'll get to that later. We won't see him in 100% at all, so it's important for the cutscene present. So let's go. We just unlocked Firestone Lake, and Firestone Lake just becomes a lot easier when you have the bell, and preferably 4 hearts. So we're not going there yet. We're going to Garonu instead, and the little hut you see here is the store. You spawn right next to it, but before we enter the store, we'll do a quick run on the bridge to grab some more rubies. So, because we have power swords, it's really easy to clear bridge. It's pretty much a wave of direct spawning here. We did get quite unlucky because you can get either between 1 or 4 green rubies here, and I think we are currently only going to get 1. So that's worst you can get. You don't really want to take damage in this part because you do want to finish up Garonu afterwards. So we'll just jump down here. We grab 3 sets of bombs. I'll actually select the bombs, and while I'm doing that, I'm going to check on the rubies. In normal 1% I will do that as well, because this will give me an indication whether what I can still buy. Given that we currently have 41 rubies, we can buy 4 ropes. And normally, in 100%, we would do the first dark rooms, yeah, blind. They're not too difficult, so we just go for that. However, for the sake of this guide, I will actually buy some lamp oil. So I'm going to do one more run on the bridge. Let's see if we get a little bit more lucky. Okay, we get a green ruby here already. And hopefully on the way back as well. Here's one. Yeah, we have the mediocre bridge, basically. Alright, so now for the sake of the marathon, of the guide, I'm just buying a few lamp oils. I think I can buy one more, yes. Okay. And now let's go finish Garonu. If you take damage already, you can also just leave the area using the Triforce map and just re-enter. Oh, I took damage, not great. Well, doesn't matter. So from here on, like this little bit here, you can start jumping. If you are a bit higher than that, you will jump back onto the bridge. So from here you can do 3 jumps, and if you still have the power sword, normally you would fire it now. Oh wow, it actually hit me. And okay, die then. You would fire it at that point. Let's see, it was here. You just fire it here and then keep on jumping, because your beam will hit that hatchet throw before he will throw his hatchet. For now, we move down. The first little bit you can't jump because you'll jump back on the ledge, and from here we just continue on. We have the bomb selected. You see the rock on top. The rock on top is the thing you have to destroy with the bomb. Jump up here, use the bomb, and enter Garonu. We have 1.5 hearts of life. It was currently still lit up. It's one of the few glitches that are within the game. If you used the lantern in a previous save or previous playthrough or whatnot, and you didn't turn off the CDI, it will still remember the state that it was lit up at the start. That's currently in our case. In my previous save, basically, I still had a lit up room, so that's why the room was lit up at the start. Normally that's not the case. You'll just start in pitch black, and for this I will first run through it blind. With 1.5 hearts it will be a bit more difficult, but we'll see how far we get. And then I'll take a death at the end of this room, respawn back at the start, and we'll do one run with the lamp to with the lantern, so you can actually see what I'm doing. So we fall down, move to the left, take a little drop here, and then move to the right, start jumping 5 times, and then we're at the ladder. There's a little, I'm going to see if I can get it actually. Yeah, there's a little ledge here, and then you can be on the top floor. If you miss it while running through this blind, like, don't fret about it. You can just use the rope as well, it's just fine. You move further to the right, kill the Stalfos as they come, kill the guineas. If you have the power sword here, that makes it a lot easier. Okay, we survived. We do kill all the guineas here to just grab the rubies as we go. Sorry, the Stalfos. I'll actually take that so you can see what I'm going to do. So we are again at the start. I do have the power sword this time. I'll select the lantern, and here we go. We first move to the right, we take the drop. We're at the ladder, and at the bottom of the ladder we start jumping. We jump 5 times. Normally you do take a little step forward, so 5 times, and then we end up here. Can just jump up. That really small ledge is actually, yeah, the thing that you want to be on. I'll use some little lamp oil. If not, you can just walk on the middle ledge there and just select the ropes and start using that. At this point, this is a bit of an annoying part. Like, you can just platform your way from the top, or you can just walk on like I was doing. It's the easier way, and just select the ropes, move up at the part where the rocks are falling, and enter the door. So I'll just wait at the rocks for now. There we go. Okay, we get this small cutscene here.
I may be hideous, but after a year of being frozen, you will beg to join me.
Alright, that was Goronu. We're going to kill him. Just to point out real quick here, there's 2 Stalfos on the bottom side. They drop 5 rubies each, and I haven't seen anyone else do this strat yet. I was using it last time when I was just de-rusting a bit. And OC mentioned, OC is one of the really old school runners of this. I didn't even know that he had a set time already. It's not on the leaderboards, but he ran it like 4 years ago. But also the current runs, like PDT 1060, he doesn't do it. Usui doesn't do it, and Autoblues doesn't do it. Those 2, Autoblues and Usui, they are the any percent runners. So that may have to do with the fact that they are more rupee starved than as a 100% runner. But there's actually a small shortcut here, and as you can see already, on the top of the screen you see a ledge. This ledge you would normally end up at, but normally you would go to the bottom, climb the ladder, or kill Stalfos, climb the ladder, do a few jumps and end up there. But we have the rope selected, so we climb up. If we start jumping, there will be guineas spawning everywhere, so I'm going to take it a little bit safe, climb up here, kill the guineas as I go, and here we can either jump to the left or right. The right is better in this case, and then we climb up using the rope. There's Goronu. Goronu can only be killed by firestones, so this is why we need the firestones from Crater Cove, and you can't just splurge on them as you go up in Nortinka. You actually need them. We have way too many at the moment because we died at Crater Cove, but yeah, it's just a thing. You hit them 3 times with all 3, so 9 times.
You can't kill me. No, no, no.
He gives you 1 life heart, so 1 out of the 3 life hearts that you need to complete 100% you now have. And he gives you the bell. The bell is an incredibly powerful item. It stops all enemies in all flying enemies in their tracks, making things a lot easier. One of those things is Firestone Lake. I think I had like 7 snowballs. Well, we'll see. Having 7 snowballs is not great, but for the sake of consistency, we'll just go on. And if we need more, just in case for the guide, then we can get more. But before entering Firestone Lake, yeah, we just unlocked Harlequin. Harlequin Bazaar is another fatal evil with the boss fight and everything inside of it. We don't do it yet because it's basically part of the end rush. Once we have some items that we need, and we just rush through the face of evil and completely clear the game. Other than that, there's no real reason to skip it actually. So it will be easier when you have a bit more life hearts and that kind of stuff, and you don't save much time otherwise. Right, we're going to enter Firestone Lake. The first thing you'll notice is that there's a bit of lag in this room, in the first area, and there's Octoroks. The Octoroks will fire rocks at you, because yeah, the octopus firing rocks. But it's a bit of an annoying one because the background is really crowded. And that's generally the problem with CDI games. The backgrounds are really detailed and crowded, so you often can't see a projectile that's happening in the foreground or something I like. So we have to be really careful that we don't get hit by any rocks, because having the power sword at the part where you have to kill Octoroks is just great to have. So let's just enter. The third Octorok we will kill is actually off screen when we kill it, so just keep that in mind. We start by firing the power sword twice. They only take 2 hits, and as you can see, I already hit the one that was off screen. And from here on, I will start hitting. Okay, we killed the off-screen Octorok. That Octorok will likely fire rocks at you from when you can't even see that he's firing anything, and they're really difficult to see in this background. I'll actually fire. Okay, by the sound you could hear that the Octorok was hit. Now he's not hit, still not, and now he's dead. So just pay attention to the sound as you go here and clear this area. This is the first instance where we'll also have to deal with a raft. The raft will take us to the volcano at the end of this, what is it, sulfur section. And there will be fire dyrus there. So let's go onto the raft. Careful how you move, because yeah, it's easy to fall off it. We select snowballs already, and you stand there. The first hatchet that's thrown is unavoidable. You can't avoid it. So just kill the Dyra as we go. Normally you would actually grab the firestones there, and here we just have to deal with CDI platforming basically. Let's see. Yeah, most of it is just jumping. If you jump on this little rock and then just leap to the right, you'll be at the entrance. It's just to keep in mind. It can be really annoying that you're not on the correct place on the rock or whatnot, and you fall down there, for instance, and take another hit by those little specks of lava that you see falling around. Let's enter this. In case you're doing cutscene percent, by the way, don't forget to poke Gwonam in every level where he is. I'm actually going to do this a little bit blind again to show you how to get down all the way down. I will use the bell because I'm currently at 1 heart. If I had more hearts, I would just go for it. Okay, let's just go for it. We drop down here. There will be these fire wheels spawning. They can be stopped by the bell. We drop all the way down here. Move further to the right. Pick up the grapple berries. Drop down here, and you see the little cart wheel. Satellite, I'm not showing it now. You see the little cart wheel there. The cart wheel is actually blocking the exit to this level, and it requires 3 snowballs to remove. So you need to make sure that you have enough snowballs, and if you have 3 snowballs, that's fine, and you just can't miss them. I'm just going to take a death here and use the lantern to show what I was doing. So continue, move a bit to the right, because otherwise we go back outside. Select the lantern and let's go. Select the bell. I mean, this just is to just show you how this area works. Move to the left, fall down that little gap there, move to the right. You can also jump, doesn't really matter. You can just over that hatch it, fall down here, and we're at the cartwheel. Stand close to it, throw 3 snowballs, grab the fire diamond, as I said, like this needed to get the tempered sword later on, and then just leave the level. Okay, I think I mentioned everything I wanted so far. Okay, so we now unlocked Shipwreck Cliff, but we won't go there yet as we don't have the means to finish it. If you do want, and you're just starting out, you can enter it and follow the Shipwreck Cliff part from later on a little bit to get the life heart that's inside of here. You can already get that without doing anything else. So instead, we're going to Spearfish Falls. Before I'm starting this, I'm going to explain what I'm going to do. Like, once again, when we spawn inside the level, I'm going to use the power sword, hit the gorilla that's walking by, and then move a little bit forward, crouch to raise the shield and block the incoming boomerang. We want to try to block the boomerang twice as we go down to the raft, because yeah, then you'll be at full health and you have the power sword. So let's just go for that. Go forward, crouch forward, block, kill. Grab 5 rubies, we have the power sword. Kill the gorilla that's sitting there, just don't mind ruby there. So here we got a gorilla throwing a boomerang at us, we crouch. Oh, I did something bad. Okay. Normally you wait for it to bypass you. And normally you would have the power sword here. So, you know what, I'll just go for that. I'll show you the strat with the power sword. So, we crouch, now we select the bomb. As we bypass here, we already fire the power sword. Fire the power sword. And just kill things before they can do you harm. There's a gorilla here that will drop 10 rubies for some reason. Jump up here, use the bomb, the rock, yeah, was blocking our way. This is also why we had to go to Corona before starting here. This is just a really fun section. I will likely get hit there. It's basically just platforming, and if you do the execution right, it actually looks incredibly fun. Basically, we first start off by moving up to the first level, basically. Take the leftmost rise up, then at a small section between the water of the waterfall, we go to the middle one, and from the middle one we go to the right middle section. And that one is generally really easy. You have to deal with the CDI hitbox here, like they're actually bad. So it's quite likely that there will at one point be 5 spearfish on the screen, but they just won't hit you because you're constantly jumping. And that's generally what you want to do here, like jump as much as possible. Sometimes you do have to readjust yourself a little bit to make jumps happen, but let's just see where it takes us. Okay, I did not get hit there, that's fine. Like if they get close to you, just jump up and go from there. And here we want to be on this section, jump all the way up and enter the fairy fountain. And here we got our 5th life heart.
You're doing great, Link. You're our hero. Here's a life heart. We know you can beat Ganon.
Technically, if you hit them again, it will have a different cutscene. So if you do cutscene percent, either do it now or do it the second time you are in Spearfish Falls.
Link?
but for 100% you only get here once. You can just skip those cutscenes. Please skip those cutscenes. Alright, so we're in the next area, which is also a lot of platforming. You jump here. I actually jumped wrong. Okay. Jump on this little ledge, and we can just jump forward and end up here. Go further and enter Gleeok's lair. Here we just move a little bit forward, fall down and throw a bomb. I actually threw it a bit too early, that's a shame. This is actually not good. If you throw it well, the bomb will hit one of the heads and kill all the heads and Gleeok at the same time. You had a little bit of a sight what the area looks like. If you stand on this rock here, you can jump on here and you move to the exit. But what is likely is to happen if you are in here blinds, you move all the way to the side here, you can't go further. You select the rope, move up, and you're out. From here we have to unlock the last room. There's a little key here, I'm just quickly pausing it. On the right there's the key, on the left you see the door still. The door holds the crone. The crone will make the power glove for you if you have grapple berries. Well, you can see it above the fire diamond, we do have the grapple berries. So we're just going to do the jumping thing and grab the key. In this case I do have only 2 hearts of life. There's a wasp spawning here. The wasp will hit you, slightly move back and then try to hit you again, so they can really drain your health quickly. But if you're jumping, there's a chance to bypass it. If you really want to be safe, you can select the bell and not deal with it. If you fall here, no big deal, like you will lose a little bit of time, but there's no big problem or so. So we have the crone's hut unlocked. The crone is sitting here, just jump twice, stab the crone.
Stir the berries in the tub, let the juices soak the glove. Let Link fight and never cower, for his glove's a glove of power.
Wow, thanks!
Alright, so now we have the power glove, and I'll just show you real quick what happens for the cutscene percent.
I may be old and ugly, but I still know a few tricks.
So at this moment, she is supposed to finish that cutscene, but because she already handed in the grapple bears and got the power glove, she doesn't show the full cutscene. That's why if you want to do cutscene percent, I think honestly, if you want to do cutscene percent, you want to show everything. Like she'll grab a berry, turn it into a coin, whatnot. So you have to ascend Spearfish Falls once before you have to grapple berries. Let's go. The power glove will actually destroy rocks that are generally difficult to destroy. They're often darker colored, like Siragon Caves, there will be one of those rocks. You can destroy them with 10 bombs, and that's exactly what any percent will do. They won't get the power glove because they don't unlock Firestone Lake, so you'll need the bombs to destroy the rock in that case. I'm just see. I'm going to check my notes real quick. Alright, I'm just going to enter this area. Like a lot of this again, execution. I'll kill an abominum and I'll just go from there. Move a bit to the left, kill the 2 deadites that spawn here, stand here, kill that deadite, and then use the Firestone. Like it's not completely necessary. So if you had no snowballs, like that was the case with the save that I had before this. I had no snowballs, so I grabbed the snowball here, this exact abominum, to even out my inventory. I'm not going to. Okay. So from here, I'll just jump forward. There will be an abominum spawning to the left, to the right. Sorry. Just walk on, and there will be no big deal. I wanted to pause here real quick because behind the power glove menu basically there's a cave, and there's a cave a bit to the left. The cave to the right of that this has the ice crystal. The ice crystal is needed to upgrade the lantern to the second stage of the lantern. It still uses lamp oil in that case, but it will simply last a lot longer. And the cave you still see between the menus, it holds water of life. It's no big deal, like no real reason to go in there. You may ask, like, okay, but why are we not going to grab that ice crystal? It's because the lantern has total of 2 upgrades over it. So you have the lantern, you have the upgraded magic lantern, and you have the fission lantern of fission. But you can upgrade the normal lantern to lantern of fission in one go, so we don't need it. I already, as you can see, have the power glove selected because we need it for the rock later on this route. So I'm just going to continue this a bit, take a bit of damage as I go. And as you can see there were some icicles falling. They are annoying. We just use the power glove and enter this cave. This cave is dark as hell. I'll just again take a death, I think. We just move to the left at first. Now we move to the right. Because we are on the slope at the start, the abomination, the first rocket will throw, will always miss us if we don't do anything. Basically, we just start leaping and end up at Sabrina here. I'll just take a death and show this with the light on. Sabrina basically tells you to go to Fortress Centrum to grab the reflective crystal. So that's why it unlocks Fortress Centrum. We just move down, first rock will miss, and from there on we'll start leaping around. As you can see, we just jumped like this, it doesn't really matter. And we just leave the level. We don't have to talk to Sabrina unless you want to do cutscene %. That unlocks Fortress Centrum. We're not doing that yet, it will be later on. Instead we're going to Toiku Lighthouse, because we want to hand in this will be one of the closest spots that we get to it. And at the moment we just want to hand in the necklace to get the canteen. Having the canteen is just a nice extra. We can just take damage here, it doesn't really matter, because we want to take it at the moment where we talk to Alora. I didn't take much damage as this actually, I was a bit too safe while trying to explain. So we just go through it, like there's not much to mention. I already mentioned most of it as I went. Jump down here. Okay, I'll actually duck walk here, because I only have 1 heart left and that is risky. Okay, we talk to Alora.
How sweet. Mwah. My husband gave me this. He's an abominum now. Here. It's not much, but it'll still carry water.
So we received the canteen here, and now we just take a bath. Leave the area. Next up will be Goronu. We'll do that again just to restock our inventory. I'm sorry about that. Generally, we don't. You can buy less, but because we're not really starved on rubies in 100%, you can stock up a little bit more than you would normally need. That makes a few areas a bit easier, as you can just use the bombs and that kind of stuff. So we just clear the bridge once more. We got 2 green rubies. Yeah, we'll stick with 2. Okay. If you get 4 rubies there, 4 green rubies there, it's excellent. And here we do want to do a quick check, like how much rubies do we have, and we only have 74, and that's actually quite low. Let's see. You know what, I'll just go for it. I'll grab 3 bombs and I'll grab 1 rope. Normally I have like 90 something rubies, and I'll just grab 2 ropes. And then we go to Harlequin Bazaar. Let's see. Okay, so we enter Harlequin Bazaar, and there will be boars. The boars are really annoying to hit. You have to crouch hit them, and As you can see, like, we'll fall down here, and we're on a little slope. And you can't really hit them, because there's like 1 pixel or so that you can't hit them at. Also here, the obstacles have spawns. You would feel like, oh, I'm going to jump there. If you jump, you end up at the ledge above you again. So here we keep jumping. I will want to end up at this specific area. I'm just entering it real quick to despawn that obstacles. Then leave just for the explanation of it. So this is an entrance. Normally you'd see the grate on the right there, and you'd be like, oh, I'll have to go there. Technically you can. You'll end up in like a garbage chute like thingy. If you want to cutscene percent, remember that grate, because you can actually take a shortcut there to the final room of this area. If you enter that, you know what, I'll just enter it actually. I'll just show it off for completion's sake. Just kill things as I go. Here. Enter this grate. Wait here for a moment, because you'll take 6 hits otherwise. Climb all the way up. Alright, so on the left you have the lock door right now. That door will put you at the final room of the area. And the door on the right here you'll enter, and you'll get through when you basically failed at one of the areas. But I'll show that when I get there. And then we fall down here and we end up at grade again. So let's just go. Going to be a bit careful here. I don't want to take a death just yet. There we go. Okay, good enough. So we jump up here. We have an annoying pig spawn there. Okay. This next section is also just execution. Just kill the soul. If you want to wait here for a moment for the keys, you can kill that. Walk around here. Just do the duck walk. At least avoid first hit. Kill the soul as gone. There will be 2 souls. It can happen that one soul isn't spawning at first and can just spawn on top of you. If that happens, yeah, you are really unlucky. Okay, go up and hopefully not die yet. Okay, good. Take 2 jumps here. Walk a bit forward, jump down, jump off that rope just by holding to the left. We're selecting the bell here. So we're down here and start using it. You see the hole there on the bottom? That hole is where you end up if you fall down here. So yeah, you don't want that because you have to redo most of the level. Jump. Let's use the bell again. And that's the last time I'm going to use it for now actually. And this heart is the entrance. You can go further up and you'd expect it to happen, but yeah, there you go.
I'd say your chances are 1,000,000 to none. But let's have fun anyway.
So that's Harlequin, and this is Harlequin's boss room basically. You will move to the left here, stand at this hand. When you're standing here you can throw the bomb and it will destroy all 5 of the hands. I'll actually show that after dying here. So we move to the left, at the right, throw the bomb, everything is destroyed, and there's a rain of rubies here. I did get everything. Move here, jump, jump, and stab him 5 times.
Lucky shot. Golly.
You can basically avoid his projectiles by just jumping there. Try to time that right. From here we do have to select the rope. Use it once. It can either be that you go directly to the door here, or you get on one of those, what are they? Weird platforms where you can just easily jump on them now. I don't think it's possible to get on there without using a rope. So we enter the room here. Let's see. Yeah, this is Odra Noel. He's basically crazy. I'll just talk to him real quick for you to see.
The stars are made of ice. Thus the night is cold. Bring the crystal from Saragon, and I will prove the light of ice penetrates more than fire.
Alright, so we don't want to do anything with him anyway, so normally you end up here and you do 3 jumps to the right and you end up on this stair, 1 jump to the left, jump up and hit the heart. So next up is Militron. Militron will be quite something. It's basically one of the harder levels in the game, especially if you're playing this for the first time or just starting out. There's a lot of damage going around, and preferably you would want to take your first death at Militron itself. So let's just go here. I'll just try to explain as I go actually. I'll first take a step to the right and then do 2 jumps to the right and use this, use the power sword. That would let you end up here, and at the second hit you can actually hit the modern spear thrower already. In a good case you would end up at the branch below you already, so you don't have to deal with that. We climb up here, jump on this little rock, jump forward to end up at this tree here, and now we will select the power glove. We will do that now because we will climb up, and as we do, at the top there will be a rock that requires a power glove to be destroyed, or 10 bombs. And as we'll be simply be taking a lot of damage as we go up here. So the moment you're all the way up and you still have to select the power glove, the chances are big that you'll press down and you'll end up on this branch again. Yeah, and you'll be a sitting duck basically. So let's climb up. Hit it once, wait a quick second, and then press 2 again to enter the door. If you press twice too quickly, then it will just fire the power glove twice, so you'll lose out on 20 rubies right there. I forgot to mention that actually. The power glove requires 10 rubies to be used. The bell requires 5. I have to be careful here with jumping, because you can jump onto the ledge above. It's actually possible, let's hit it now, move a bit to the left actually. It is actually possible, okay, can't see it. Okay, I'll try it. It's possible to jump from the middle ledge back to the upper ledge because of that staircase. And if you do that, yeah, waste of time. Don't do that. So we keep walking here. There will be an article spawning there. Jump and kill it. Sit down here and we'll select the rope. Climb up. You can also make this without the rope by moving all the way to the right there. Do some jumping there. Move all the way to the left. Get on that little grate thingy and jump from there. But the rope is so much easier and quicker to do. We'll select the bombs. I actually don't think we're great on the rope section. But just move on. Kill the... I'm not sure what they are actually. Completely forgot the enemy name. Okay, we enter this room and I'm just going to do this as this. Like, you basically just now saw everything there is to it. We move a little bit to the left. OC came with this strategy last time I was de-rusting, so thank you for that. We just move a little bit to the left, select the ropes. Oh, actually good on ropes, I thought we had 3 for a moment. Select the rope and we'll just climb up. Then we just have to move left towards the entrance to Militron. Normally I would just go a little bit to the right, kill the spider for 10 rubies, go left, kill that spider for rubies, kill the... what's his face called? I completely forgot, blanking out on some of the enemy names at the moment. The soldier-like enemy. I would say kill that one, and then move further to the left, kill the new spawn that will come there, and that will also put me in the correct place to basically use the rope, in that case twice, to get to Militron's exit. But for now, I mean, this is the easier strat to use, so please do this. select the ropes, well, you just split to the left, climb up, move left, and as you notice this little ledge up, you're in the correct position, this little ledge. And you enter Minotaur's room.
Feel the fire of war!
You can skip all these cutscenes, I'm just doing it for basically shits and giggles by now. Okay, so for this it's convenient to have the bell, to use the bell. So I'm just going to select it, but I'm pretty low on health. I'm just going to take a death. You kind of want to have the power sword in this, and I'll show you why. Wait a quick second here, drop down, use... Oh, that was really bad, okay. This is basically why. He will fire at you. I'm just going to try to kill him the normal way. You have to hit his head 5 times. Okay, I did manage to do it.
Oh my goodness, this is awful!
Just to mention, please do check out the any % run of Autoblues and Uzi both. They are using the power sword strat. Normally what you would do if you have the power sword, just wait for him to fire and you block the fireball. You do a jump and try to hit him once or twice with your with the shots that the sword does. I couldn't shoot it off now because I wanted to try the normal way. The normal way is the harder one actually. It just feels so finicky to hit him. So if you have the power sword and you jump, do 2 shots or 1 shot, doesn't really matter. You can just hit his head and you're relatively safe. It's a shame I can't show it off. Doesn't matter. Please check out those runs. I'm doing it in my run of 100% as well. But yeah, it's basically just jump up and slash. That's all you do. Jump up, slash. And you have to hit him just slightly above Link's normal hitting level. So you can have jump while trying to fire twice, and it will fire 2 shots at the height of Minotaur. Anyway, we got the winged helmet. The winged helmet also takes 10 rubies to use and allows us to do a jump, basically a further jump, which is needed, for instance, for Shipwreck Cliff. That's why we didn't do it yet. Anyway, we'll leave this area, and I'm going to mention something now. We have we just unlocked Crater Cove, and in the current world record of 100%, and what was always a case, we would move to the right to Shipwreck Cliff, simply to get the last life heart and to get the Tempered Sword. From Shipwreck Cliff we would then unlock Lupe, but we can't do Lupe in that case yet, so we would go to Fortress Centrum. From Fortress Centrum we would unlock Ganon. I think at that point we did go to Saragon to hand in the item. Let me think. I'm just trying to recall what the old route was. I'm trying to work on a new route here. Yeah, we go to Saragon, and from there we went to Crater Cove. From there back to Lupe, then Lupe to Hermit Flats, and then into Ganon's Lair. The route that I want to do, because we end up at Crater Cove after Militron, is just to enter Crater Cove, finish it, move to Fortress Centrum. That will unlock Ganon's Lair. We're right next to Shipwreck Cliff. We'll go to Saragon afterwards. From Saragon we'll go to Shipwreck Cliff. That will unlock Lupe. So we'll end up with Cursor here already. That will unlock Hermit Flat, and then we're just above Ganon's Lair. So it feels like there will be a less of a movement on the world map in this case. But I'll just show off the route that I want to do. If you do want to do Shipwreck Cliff first, be my guest. It will actually be easier to deal with everything. So this is a bit of the harder one. So move to the left, immediately kill the Stalfos will take damage here, there's no problem. Just jump a bit to mess up their shots, and especially the last one. If you fall down on that last bit of stair, let's see if I can still show it real quick. A little bit left. Okay, so if you fall down on that little bit of stair, the first shot that the Stalfos will do will be fired at the bottom. If you see him firing, just jump up, and his second shot will go up, so you go in between those shots and nothing will hit you, which is quite convenient to do. So yeah, that was the movement. I'll go to the next area. I'll do a little explanation here. I'm not sure if I'm standing here is safe, I think. Oh no, it's not. Okay, should I save now? Yeah, okay. The Moblin Spare Thrower you see on the bottom here, that one's hiding a key. So if you do want to do cutscene %, you want to unlock the hut at the far end of this area, which has Drulik inside. And then you would want to walk up to the rightmost Spare Thrower you see here, drop down, walk left, kill the Spare Thrower there. Basically get a key, take a death by the Dodongo that's walking around on the bottom, and then go through here as normal. For now I'm just going to walk. We'll take a hit here, kill the Spare Thrower, move here, do a jump now, end up on top. Because I've been waiting around the Dodongo, normally, okay, there he is. He drops 10 rubies, just get the rubies. This little area here is the door. This mouth in general is the door. And this is the door that you would normally expect to do. So if you want to go to this door, you do need to guard the key. But to get into the mouth, I don't think, yeah, this part's also, also door. You get to the same area eventually. There will be Jobies flying at us from here on. And there is a neat little trick in this area. I'm just going to show that off, especially because it will simply save time. OC actually mentioned last time I was here saying that this was discovered by Tompa back in the days. So yeah, good as done. I just noticed it in Autoblues and Usui's run. If you can't make this jump, you can always use the winged helmet, but it just requires you to menu. If you want to make things easier, use the bell. Basically there's this little bit of area that is safe for you to jump. If you jump here, you'll make it to the next area. It's like the range of 2 pixels or so that you can jump. If you don't make it, yeah, you fall down here. It's no big deal actually. It would seem that it's harming you, but it won't harm you. So you just jump over. I'll just do it once more. It's easier when it's in motion. So you walk on, jump over. Like the moment you see Link drop a little bit, you can jump. Same here, and you're through. Normally you could use the helmet here, but it's not necessarily because you have a little bit of safe space to work with. Yeah, again, if you want to do cutscene %, don't forget to poke Warhammer here. Next up will be the first Crater Cove fight, which is kinda the refight actually, because it won't drop a useful item at this point. Yeah, I'll just explain how to kill him the safe way and how... Normally to kill Glutko, you need to grab the bombs. I'll enter the next area already, it's fine.
Oh goody! Mashed Link for the main course!
So basically Drulik gives you the hint like, feed him something spicy. So he'll stand there dancing a bit. You can either now fall down, do a little jump and throw a bomb at him and it will kill him. Or you can, if you want to be safe, just wait there for a moment and then throw the bomb. You'll hit his head. time-wise it doesn't really matter much, but I mean, yeah. So you have to hit the head area with the bomb. If you hit the body, the bomb will bounce off and it won't do anything. This is another rock that you have to use the power glove for to destroy, so we'll just do that because we do have the power glove. Let's see what else is there. Oh, this is just generic movement. If you do this correctly, like, this is a lot of fun as well. Like, there will be spearfish again. Just keep moving. I'll try to make it to the water of life as safe as possible. Okay, we did it. Okay, I'm just going to show that off now. What we just did, like, we bypassed this little stair bit. And there's a really easy setup to do that. I think Ushi also used it in his run, but he only went through it once instead of what I'm going to do now. If you are at this little bit of area, you just can hump the wall like this. Just keep jumping against it. From here, you're in the correct position to then jump 3 times to the left and make it to the water of life. So 1, 2, 3. You're there. It's really consistent, it's really easy. Please use it. So just do it once more, just for completion's sake. You can also just jump here, actually. It's a pretty precise jump there. So it's a lot easier to basically have your movement let you end up here, do just one jump, move 3 times, jump 3 times, and you're there. Make sure that you jump here to be on top of this little plateau, and this is the door to the second Crater Cove fight. So move to the left, jump up 3 times. When you get on his level, he will actually go towards you. Select the bombs because you used power glove earlier. Do the little jump. So basically, that same strat you can use at the first Crater Cove fight as well, but I mean, that one's easy as well. So we get the Book of Korodai, as I said, like Ivo mentioned it, and this is necessary to kill Ganon. You basically kill Ganon by throwing this at him. So technically we're set now, I think, aside from unlocking Ganon's lair actually. So let's move on. This was the final part of the Gorono route, so it doesn't unlock a new level. We just move a little bit to the top right, enter Fortress Centrum. Because we have the bomb selected now, we don't have the menu. That's a benefit of, hopefully a benefit of the new road. So you can just kill these Gomas with the bomb. Wait a bit, kill them with the bomb. I'll actually grab that ruby. It's not really necessary. Move further to the right, kill the Arpagos that spawns here. And this is why I generally buy a few more bombs as well. Just so that I can get through this area a lot easier. I'll just throw bombs instead of wasting time basically. So we did take a hit there by the throwing rocks. Move further to the right, there will be a Goma and that knight spawning. Wait a bit until the Goma is past the knight, because the knight will actually block the bomb. And yeah, you don't want that. Use the bomb there. Stab the legs of the knight. I'm just doing this to make things a bit easier for me. Jump, jump, and enter the door straight away. You don't have to kill that last knight. Let's see, I'm actually going to check. Oh, they were called Dark Nuts, that was it. Okay, this is a dark room as well. And this is the first instance of a dark room where I'm personally always using the lantern myself. So during my shopping trips, I will at one point buy lamp oil just once, because it gives you 3 lamp oils. It just makes this area a little bit easier. The first thing we do is do a little jump here, throw the bomb, and then enter the menu, select the lantern, and we'll just get moving. Jump up here, to the right, kill the Stelphus, Stealthers will actually just annoyingly fire stuff at us. Use the rope here, kill that Stealthers, jump up so that we can see the ledge, use the rope, kill Stealthers, grab a lot of rubies that way, do this jump, and we're at the entrance. If you jump up a bit further and you may miss the exit there, and press 2, because you have the rope selected, it will put you in a really bad position actually. It will put you in the situation where you, because the screen is moved further up, there's a roof area and you can actually access that with the rope. So if you use the rope in that case, you'll end up at that roof and you lose a lot of time. You get in a position you don't want to be there. That courtyard part, I went through it real quick. It's basically as it looked like. It looks really crowded. I'm just going to enter it. It looks really crowded normally. You have the Octorok and you have the normal enemies. Just move a bit to the left, start jumping, and you'll end up at this little tower where there's Zelda. Or is it? Oh, let's at least wake her up. So climb up. Just may as well kill the Arpagus as we go. Crouch, step.
Hey, Zelda, wake up!
What? Link? You've saved me!
Take a death. And we'll just kill Garonu again.
You can't kill me. No. No. No.
So by killing Garonu, we got Crystal of Reflection. The Crystal of Reflection is needed to upgrade your shield, which is the next step we're going to take. Upgrading your shield will just mean that some of the projectiles you can basically reflect, as it says. Yeah, let's leave this area. We unlock Ganon's lair. Technically we can just do Ganon now, but it's 100% so we don't. We go back to Saragon Caves. And here we just won't really care that much. Like, if you have enough Firestones, still just kill this. Ignore the snowball, not necessary. If you are low on health, doesn't really matter. Just jump here. That item will actually hit us. 3 hearts left, doesn't really matter. We're continuing on. Sometimes the Abominum on the bottom there doesn't spawn. This was not one of those times. As said earlier in the guide, like, just jump. You'll be fine. And here it doesn't matter if we take a death or leave the normal way.
This shield both sword and spear deflects, but cannot stop the vilest curse. This crystal makes the shield reflect, cursing the cursor with twice the curse.
I'll actually try to leave the normal way. Okay. It's a bit quicker, but generally doesn't matter. Like, you don't have finished level 2 to leave. And now we'll actually Shipwreck Cliff and we'll finish up the game, basically. Shipwreck Cliff, there's a little interesting part here. I'm sitting right next to it actually. There's a little rock that I'm currently sitting next to. I may as well show it in a moment. If you're on that rock, for the few pixels that you have, you can do a leap forward and end up on the ship already. That saves you some time in having to move further to the right, jump left onto the ship, blah blah blah. You don't really want to do that. So I'm just going to go for it. This rock is the case. Like, you move up just ever so slightly here, and that is the area that you can just leap forward. Have to do it correctly then. And you end up at the ship and just go from here. Taking damage doesn't matter. You're going to take a death at the end of the ship to get back to the start. Here there's normally a spear thrower. It did not spawn for some reason. We grab the key and jump off the ship. We will continue though. So again, use this little rock and enter the ship here. And here we have the blacksmith's daughter.
My hero! Won't you please jump across that little old chasm and cut my daddy's chains? Pretty please, have a heart.
So, right now we are completely done with life hearts. We are fully upgraded in that sense. So, what is left is finishing up this area. And to do so, we need the winged helmet from Militron. We'll have a jump here. And this jump you can't make the normal way. You just can't reach that. Using the winged helmet, however, just jump and you're there. No problem. And then we just move to the left. Don't jump here because otherwise you will fall to your death. Just keep running. And here we have the blacksmith. If you do want to do cutscene %, hit the blacksmith first. Because he'll have his own cutscene crying about how the Arpagos are making him crazy and please cut the chains. In case of 100%, yeah, we just cut the change.
Thanks. Say, you have a fire diamond, don't you?
Sure.
Then let me fix your sword. Let's see how it works.
Wow.
So now we have the tempered sword. We can always fire the beams, which is incredibly convenient. Okay, this unlocks Lupe. To start with Lupe, I'll be moving to the left and then just jumping up. Like all of this execution, there's just not much to say about it. You just get a good showing of CDI hitboxes and that kind of stuff. So just enjoy this little part. If you do want to do cutscene %, don't forget Quonum here on the left. Okay, so jump here, jump on this tree, just hold up, left, right, right, left, right, further up, and often you would make it with less damage taken actually. I took quite a bit there. We are in a dark room again. I'm going to light it up, but this one is really easy still. We have some guineas flying around here, they're just no big deal anymore. Climb up here, jump, jump, walk to the middle. Here you can just easily climb up. Oh, kill the side scroller. Do a little jump here, just by holding upright to leap there, you'll end up there. Then this next area is the area I personally use the lantern here still, because as you can see it's a really uneven area. So what you want to do is walk to the left, to the right side. Let's see, jump up. Let's see, there, jump. Move a bit to the left, jump to the next area. Get on this little ledge here, and from here jump once. As you can see, the bot above there, the dark Vader helmet, will spawn, and you can actually kill it already. You may just see it from here. The straight part of that area is not completely straight. It's slightly sloped up to the right, and because of that, it's really difficult to hit the bot. It's also one of those enemies you would normally have to duck and hit. Jump on this little ledge, move on forward, jump to the door, and enter it.
Now you see me, now you don't.
So this is the first of a refight. We're going to ignore him. We'll jump here. Oh, and in that position, okay, take a death. I only had half heart left. Jump. If you run out of lamp oil here, it's no big deal. It's a really easy room. I'll just show a little bit of it. Like, I'm currently inside a little hole. Jump up once more, and we're at the ladder. Once more. You just hold up basically until you're at the ladder. If you want to be safe, select the canteen here. Move up. As you can see, Harlequin doesn't do that much damage anymore. Just walk all the way to the left. You'll be safe. If you fall, you just move to the right again. Grab the rope. Hit the water of life. That one is still visible, so there's a bit of a landmark that you will have in the dark, as you can see. And the exit is then walk back to the right and enter, and we'll get to Lupe.
I spy with my eyes someone who must die.
Lupe is really easy. You move to the left, turn to the right, jump up, and just stand there. That is really it. I am for fun.
I will not
fun.
die. Oh.
To show you what I've done in this case, I'm going to show the room real quick. I had one more lamp oil. Okay, here you can see I'm standing on this little ledge. So basically you move to the left, jump up, and then stand on that ledge. You get the crystal of vision, and we need that for Hermit Flats. And that's the last item upgrade we need. We unlock Hermit Flats straight away, so we're already positioned on it and go there. This area, I'm just taking a quick moment here. This area is really dangerous. What happens here is that all the enemies do like insane amount of damage. Like the Arpacus is only half a heart of damage, but the spear throwers, the spears will do 2 hearts of damage, and the Sora that are in this level will do 3 hearts of damage. So you have to be really, really careful. I'll just select the winged helmet already. I'll need it later on. It's also a jump that you can't make without a winged helmet. So here, just clear out the area as you go. Be safe. There's no need to lose time here. You just have to move all the way to the left. As again, like this is just execution basically. Okay, this will be more interesting though. The first of the Soras will spawn. I'll try to position myself in the way. Okay, on the right side now of the screen, you see that little pixel thingy sticking out. That's the part, just slightly right of that is the part where the Sora will spawn. Or from that part onwards the Sora will spawn. So if you walk past that little bit, you immediately turn back to the left and hit the Sora. Okay. So move, left, there we go. And you're safe. Because you turn and hit, your shield is raised and you block the hit that it does. I'll do one more, and that's the little ledge that you see sticking out right now on the bottom right. That's the next part where the next Sora will spawn. So also it's really easy to see where the spawn points are. So let's just go there. I'll select Ruby, why not? Again, turn to the left, kill the Sora. Then stand on this side here, about here. Use the winged helmet twice, and when you do that, the next Sora will spawn in about where I'm standing now. So make sure that you're ready for it, basically. Stand here, use this, and if I move now to the right now, it will spawn. He did hit me this time. But yeah, move a little bit to the right, back to the left, and hit the Sora, kill it immediately. And here there's one more spear thrower, just be ready for it. And enter Gornum's house. For some reason he decided not to be at the entrance this time. Because you're doing 100% AR cutscenes, please for the love of God, don't forget hitting him here.
At last, you have the vision to find my house. Now you will see the sand kroomies that prevent your approach to Ganon. Go with many blessings.
I've done it once. I was on a really good pace. I just walked straight past Gornum and left the area. And you need to hit him to get the last lantern upgrade. So my run there was completely ruined. Right, we're all set. Actually, we're now going to do Ganon's lair. The starting movement will be easy. Like I'll just move through the level, get to the raft. From that raft, I'll just go there. I'll mention it then. There will be a Sora shooting at you, and there's a pretty easy pattern there, so you can block it easily. First we'll be attacked by sand kroomies. If you don't have the lantern of vision, you can't see these enemies. You can't see these flying enemies, so it makes it really annoying. You would make intensive use of the bell here. I'll just kill them. Okay, stand here and then crouch, and you blocked everything basically. Oh, I wanted to explain the strategy here. I'm going to do that again, actually. Completely forgot about that. If you're on that raft and you're going through it, through this area, when you're at the end of the raft ride, you can basically hold up and right. Like 90% of the times that is going correct, and depends a bit on your position on the raft. So stand, crouch. Now hold up and right. I hope that's going now. It depends a bit on the position on your raft, but it goes right more than it goes wrong for me. So it's a bit of a shame that it messed up here while trying to do the guide. I'm just leaving and entering the area so that I have my full 3 lives basically. So again, just move forward. I'm just going to try it again because I do want to show that off. It's a really nice wave. I think I'm at the correct position now. Okay. 1, 2, 3. It's easy. Like you can also use the winged helmet at that point, but it shouldn't be necessary. Okay, so here below me right now is a raft. It doesn't look like it, but yeah, getting on it will start a raft ride. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to select the bell while I'm on there. First I'm going to crouch. I'm going to shoot the ant that you see on the left of the screen. Select the bell so that after that I'll be standing and I can just do my jumping approach. At the end of this area there is a jump that is easiest to do it with the winged helmet, but again it's one of those really tight jumps that you can't make without the helmet. So that's what you want to do. You preferably don't want to use the helmet here. Okay, so I'm just going to go for it. I'm using the bell to stop the gargoyles. The gargoyles take 2 hits to die, and it's just not worth dealing with them, honestly. So, go left. Okay, that was really bad actually, because normally when you enter the area, wait, did I have the lantern selected? No? And the bell, okay, good. When you enter the area, he's in a position where you can actually hit him before anything weird happens. Okay, this is really bad. That little ant is normally not in the way. Okay, this here is the jump. You can make that. It's not as tight as the one in Crater Cove, but it's still a pretty tight jump. Just keep in mind that you can actually walk on that little ledge. Yeah, I'll just continue on. Next up is normally the refight against Militron.
Now you must die!
But Militron doesn't drop anything of value at this point. We don't have to kill him. So you can do a little step to the side, and then little step to the side, jump up, jump forward, kill the tapeworm. Those worms do a lot of damage. Please be safe around them. Jump. I still have the bell selected. Use the bell to stop these gargoyles. Jump up here, and you can basically walk along with Militron, and he won't fire at you, as you can see. Use the lantern in this case. Jump here. The tapeworm is in a really bad position actually. Okay, use this. Quickly going for the canteen because otherwise I will die. Oh, I am at the entrance. Oh, even better. I'm still going for the canteen just to make things a bit easier. Select the canteen, kill these enemies. Going back to the bell, as you can see, like I'm mostly using these items right now, and that's why you want full inventory. Select the bell, use it, jump up here, and here we can basically jump through the roof. So we'll do that. Here as well. Okay, that enemy was on top of me and will do a lot of damage. So jumping through the roof there is actually quite easy, and please just do it. Jump here. You first have to wait a second there and kill the first enemy, because those worms at the bottom will otherwise just completely eat through you. You don't want that to happen. in this case, this is the last area before we get to Ganon. We have to use the rope once, and for the rest it's just using the bell and making sure the room stays lit if you want. You don't really need it. I'll keep it lit for now because it shows you how to progress through it. It's really straightforward, really easy. If you die now, then it's basically your own fault. Kill this worm, move to the left, use the bell, move to the right, just before that jump on this a little bit, and this is the exit towards, or the entrance towards Ganon.
Join me, Link, and I will make your face the greatest in Koridai, or else you will die.
Alright, now the important part is hold right. Just hold right. There's 4 fireballs thrown at you. If you do a jump at first, yeah, sorry, I should have said that. Like, if you jump, leap forward right, you won't get hit by any of these fireballs. So then you just select the Book of Koridai, turn around, throw it at him, stand here just to block.
No! Not into the pit! It burns!
And that's Ganon. Easy peasy. At the moment I only have like 1.5 hearts. I can still die by the falling rocks, by the way, so if you are on your last life, please be careful with that. Then we have this little door here. This room can be dark, by the way. This little door here will lead you to Zelda. And that will basically mark the end of this. We're done. To wake up Zelda you have to hit the gong. Just hitting forward is not enough. Crouching does not work. You have to jump and hit like at about this height. Like if you hit too high, you'll miss. So jump and hit it, and we're done.
Why'd you do that?
I just saved you from Ganon.
You did not.
Well done, Link. Ganon is once again imprisoned. Come. Look, already Koridai is returning to harmony. The birds are singing. Isn't it beautiful?
Golly.
As it is written, you, Link, are the hero of Koridai.
I guess that's worth a kiss, huh?
Ha!
I won!
Right, that wraps it up for the 100% guide of Face of Evil. I do hope I showed everything. This is my first time I'm actually even trying to make a guide of some sort, so yeah, I hope this basically showed everything. I explained it well enough, I hope. If you have any questions, feel free to hit me up. I can be found on Twitch on the Grumpmeister. I can be found on Twitter as Grumpmeister. I can be found on Discord as Grumpmeister 0001. Go to this Zelda CDI Discord. I'm pretty sure people there will want to help you out as well. A quick shout out to that Discord and for people there dealing with me. To the other runners of this game, of course, Usui and Autoblues as any percent runners, QQ Ref as well, but he played this on the emulator and the time was like more than double of what the current record standard is, so I'm not sure if he's still around or if he ever plans to come back to it. Shoutouts to PDT for basically having the run that made me also want to run this. I got the CDI early this year and I played through it and I was like, oh, the speedrun actually looks fun, it looks manageable, I'm going to try this. And here we are. OC, of course, for being the runner before that even, or maybe at the same time, I'm not sure. It's all before my time. I did hear that he wanted to go back to running this, and hopefully more people will be interested in running this if they have a CDI, if they have the game. If you are in Europe, especially in the Netherlands, the CDI is not expensive to get at all. The game is easy to get. Like, nothing is holding you back. Just make it happen. Yeah, I hope everything with this guide is fine. Like, as I said, like, feel free to hit me up if you have any questions regarding how to play this. If I missed anything, it's just a first attempt. And as it's still Christmas, and I'm actually getting quite hungry, we're about to go to Christmas dinner, I'm going to wrap it up now, and yeah, see you guys later, and hopefully see you guys at Zelda CDI Discord. But thank you for watching this.